Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So when you are ready, kindly start the recitation with invocation prayers, Prabhuji and Mataji. Satya Gopinatali and Sridhar Govindas Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Text 1. Sanjaya Uvacha Tam tata कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपुनार्कुलेक्षणं विषिदन्तं idam vakyam uvacha Madhusudanah.
Sanjaya said, seeing Arjuna full of compassion, his mind depressed, with eyes full of tears, Madhusudana, Krishna, spoke the following words.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kutastva Kshamalam Midam Vishame Samupastitam Anarya Jushtam Asvargyam Akirti Karam Arjuna.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, how has these impurities come upon you? They are not at all befitting a man who knows the value of life. They lead not to higher planets but to infamy.
Klaibyam masma gamaha partha naitad tatvai upapadyate shudram hridaya daurbalyam tyatvotishta parantapa.
O son of do not yield to degrading impotency. It does not become you. Give up such a pretty weakness of heart and arise, O chastiser of the enemy.
Arjuna uvacha katam bhishmam aham sankhe dronam cha madhusudana ishubhihi pratiyosyami purjaha arisudana.
Prabhu, can you move the text, Prabhu? Arjuna said, O killer of enemies, O killer of Madhu, how can I counteract with arrows in battle men like Bhishma and Drona who are worthy of my worship?
Gurun ahatva hi mahanubhavan shreyo bhoktum vaikshyam apithak loke hatvarta kamamstu gurun haiva vunjya bhogan rudira pradigdham.
It would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of lives of a great soul, who are my teachers. Even though desiring worldly gain, they are superiors. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood.
Na chaitad vidmaha kataranno gariyo yadva jayama yadivano jayayuhu Yane vahatvan jivikshamas tevastitaha pramukhe dardarashraha.
Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. If we killed the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield.
Karpanya dosho pahata swabhavaha pritchami tvam dharma samudha chetaha yachreyahasya nichitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam.
Now I'm confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am a disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me.
Nahi prapashyami mama panudhayad yachokam uchoshanam indriyanam avapya bhuma asapatnam hridam rajyam suranam api chadipatyam.
I can find no means to drive away this grief, which is drying up my senses. I will not be able to dispel it even if I win a prosperous, unrevealed kingdom on earth with sovereignty like the demigods in heaven.
सञ्जय उवाच एवं युक्त्वा ऋषिकेशं गुडाकेशः परन्तप न योत्स्य इति गोविन्दं युक्त्वा तूष्णीं बभूवः.
Sanjaya said, having spoken thus, Arjuna, chastiser of enemy, told Krishna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and fell silent.
तम् उवाच ऋषिकेशः प्रहसन्निव भारत सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये विषिदन्तम् इदं वचः.
O descendant of Bharata, at that time Krishna, smiling in the midst of both the armies, spoke the following words to the grief-stricken Arjun.
श्रीभगवानुवाच अशोच्यान् अन्वशोचस्त्वं प्रज्ञवादांश्च भाषसे गतासून् अगताशुं च नानुशोचन्ति पंडितः.
The Supreme Godhead had said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worth of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for living nor for death.
न त्व एवाहं जातुनासं न त्वं नेमे जनाधिपाः न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयम् अतः परम्.
Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be.
देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहान्तरप्राप्तिर्धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति.
As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change.
मात्रा स्पर्शस्तु कौन्तेय शीतोषणशुक्लदुःखदाः आगमापायिनो नित्यास् तां तितिक्षव भारत.
O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception, O ocean of Bharata, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed.
यं हि न व्यथयन्ति एते पुरुषं पुरुषार्षभ समदुःख सुखं धीरं सोमृतत्वाय कल्पते.
O best among men, Arjun, the person who is not disturbed by happiness and distress and is steady in both is certainly eligible for liberation.
नासतो विद्यते भावो नाभावो विद्यते सतः उभयोरपि दृष्टोऽनन्तस्त्वनयोस्तत्त्वदर्शिभिः.
Those who are seers of the truth have concluded that of the non-existence, the material body, there is no endurance, and of the eternal, the soul, there is no change. This they have concluded by studying the nature of both.
अविनाशी तु तद्विद्धि येन सर्वम् इदं ततं विनाशम् अव्ययस्यास्य न कश्चित् कर्तुमर्हति.
That which pervades the entire body you should know to be indestructible. No one is able to destroy that imperishable soul.
अन्तवन्त इमा देहे नित्यस्योक्ताः शारीर्नः अनाशिनो प्रमेयस्य तस्माद् युद्धस्व भारत.
The material body of the indestructible, immeasurable, and eternal living entity is sure to come to an end. Therefore, fight, O descendant of Bharata.
येनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विज्ञानितो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते.
Neither he who thinks the living entity is slayer, nor he who thinks it is slime. Is in knowledge. The self slay not, nor is slain.
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽहं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
For the soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain, the body is slain.
वेदा विनाशिनं नित्यं ये येनम् अजमव्ययं कथं स पुरुषः पार्थ कं घातयति हन्तिकम्.
O Partha, how can a person who knows that the soul is indestructible, eternal, and immutable kill anyone or cause anyone to kill?
वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि.
As a person put on a new garment, giving up old one, the soul similarly accepts new material body, giving up the old and useless ones.
नैनं छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावकः न चैनं क्लेदयन्ति आपो न शोष्यति मारुतः.
The soul can never be cut to pieces by any weapon, nor burnt by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind.
अच्छेद्योऽयम् अधायोऽयं अक्लेद्यो शोष्य एव च नित्यः सर्वगतः स्थाणुर् अचलोऽयं सनातनः.
This individual soul is unbreakable and insoluble and can be neither burnt nor dried. He is everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable and immovable and eternally the same. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji and Prabhuji. Very beautiful recitations. Om Tat Satiti. Srimad Bhagavadgita Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Sambhade Sankhya Yogo Nama Dvitiyadhyayaha. Hare Krishna.
Opportunity, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Mataji and Prabhuji. Very nice. Okay, Hare Krishna, Usha Mataji. Thank you for joining. So today is very busy day. All the devotees there in the temple. Many of the devotees. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we shall move to the next part of our program. Okay, 2 minutes early, but still we chant. Okay, Hare Krishna. Justin Prabhuji, would you like to do the Panchatattva mantra 3 times? If you like. And then we Panchatattva mantra 3 times, then we start the Maha Mantra. Yeah.
Hello, Prabhuji. Sorry, what would you like me to do?
Would you like to recite this Panchatattva mantra 3 times? Then we will start the Japa session for 1 round.
Where do I start from?
Just this particular shloka, Panchatattva Maha Mantra.
From Jaya, yeah?
Yes, 3 times.
3 times.
Yes.
Okay, Jaya Shri Krishna, Chaitanya Prabhu, Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasad, Guru Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Shri Krishna, Chaitanya Prabhu, Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadara Sri Sadi Guru Bhakta Varanda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nitanya Shri Advaita Gadara Sri Vasadi Guru Bhakta Varanda. This one as well?
Yes, Prabhuji. So you can do the ones and then we'll start.
Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
Yes.
It's 3 times, yes?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. And dear devotees, so kindly chant along with Prabhupada. So wherever it is possible, kindly unmute and chant. We do one round 108 times. It takes around 9.5 minutes or so. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Can someone do the Panchatattva mantra, please? 3 times. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. If anyone has not yet completed the chanting, kindly complete behind. So meanwhile, we shall enter into the next part of our program. It is the japa. It is the kirtan. So today our kirtan is Mrida Sachi Mataji. But Mataji is not here. Can I request any devotees to do the kirtan, please? Prabhavati Mataji, are you available?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances.
Would you like to do kirtan, Mataji?
Yeah, I can Prabhuji. I just didn't
Okay.
prepare anything, but I'll just try.
Yeah, just Jai Radha Madhava
Okay, Prabhuji.
and Hare Krishna mantra is fine. And you
Okay.
want Usha Mataji to respond if Hare Krishna Usha Mataji, are you available?
Yes, Prabhu, yes.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. And when you are ready, kindly start, Mataji.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya
Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradari
Jaya Gopijan Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradari
Jaya Gopijan Vallabha जय गिरिवरधारी
जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी
यशोदनन्दन व्रजजन वञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रजजन रञ्जन
यशोदनन्दन व्रजजन रञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रजजन रञ्जन
जय यमुनतीरा पवनचारी
यमुनातीरावनचारी
जय राधमाधवा जय कुञ्ज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव जय कुञ्ज बिहारी
जय राधमाधवा जय कुञ्ज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव जय कुञ्ज बिहारी
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
जय राधा गोकुल नंद राधा गोकुल नंद श्री राधे।
Jaya Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Sri Radhe.
जय राधा गोकुल नंद राधा गोकुल नंद श्री राधे।
Jaya Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Sri Radhe.
जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान, जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान।
Jaya Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman.
जय राधा लंडनेश्वर राधा लंडनेश्वर श्री राधे।
Jaya Radha Landanishwara, Radha Landanishwara, Radha Landanishwara, Shri Radhe.
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा।
Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra.
जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय।
Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai.
जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा।
Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva.
जय प्रभुपदा शिल प्रभुपदा।
Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada.
जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा।
Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय
Yeah.
थैंक यू प्रभु जी हरे कृष्ण माता
हरे
जी
कृष्णा थैंक यू माताजी नाइस वेरी नाइस
Thank you so much, Mataji. It's very beautiful singing. Nice Kirtan. Bhagavati Mataji and Usha Mataji. Very nice. Okay, so now we shall move to the next part of our program, Guru Vandana. So can I request any volunteers to do the Guru Vandana?
यस प्रभु के नाम
I think it may you have got Mangalachan prayers as well, Mataji. It may be
जय
too much
प्रभु
for you.
you want me to do प्रभु जी
Um,
or anybody can any other volunteers can do.
Shall I do Prabhu if it's okay?
yes, Mataji. So yeah, now you got a break. So
Okay.
and Supriya Gopi Mataji and Prabhavati Mataji, would you both have a good combination, or
Yeah, it's
if
fine.
if it is okay?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji.
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma
गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma
श्री गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा
बंदो मोहि सावधान माते
बंधु मोहि सावधान माटे
जहार प्रसादे बाई ए तोरिया जाय
जहरा प्रसादे भाई ये भव तोरिया जाय
कृष्ण प्राप्ति होए जहा हाते
कृष्ण प्राप्ति होय जहाँ होइते
कृष्ण प्राप्ति होए जहा हाते
कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो जहाँ हईते
गुरु मुख पद्म वाक्या चित्ते ते कोरिया क्या
गुरु मुख पद्मावाक्य चित्ते ते कोरिया क्या
आन कोरी हो माने आशा
हरना कोरी हो माने आशा
श्री गुरु चराणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति
श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति
जे प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा
जे प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा
हे प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा
जे प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा
चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से
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 दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो
प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते
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 वेदे गाय जहाँ रचरितो
वेदे गाय जहाँ रचरितो
वेदे गाय जहाँ रचरितो
वेदे गाय जहाँ रचरितो
श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु
श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनर बंधु
श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु
श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनर बंधु
लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना
लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना
लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना
लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना
आह प्रभु करो दया देहु मोरे पदचया
आह प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पदचया
आह प्रभु करो दया देहु मोरे पदचया
आह प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पदचया
आह प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पदचया
आह प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पदचया
एबे जश गुश त्रिभुवाना
एबे जश गुषु त्रिभुवाना
एबे जश गुश त्रिभुवाना
एबे जश गुषु त्रिभुवाना
प्रभुपाद पतित पवाना
प्रभुपाद पतित पवाना
प्रभुपाद पतित पवाना
प्रभुपाद पतित पवाना
जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा
जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
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 Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mataji, you have done very well. Thank you for it.
Thank you, Mataji. You are always so good.
No, it's not like that.
No.
Very beautiful, Mataji.
Thank you.
Both
Hare
Mataji did very nicely.
A long time I'm singing Guru Charana, so I just
Yeah, it's very nice always. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so we shall move to the next part of our program. Mangalacharya prayers by Usha Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
So when you're ready, Mataji, kindly start the Mangalacharya prayers, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः सदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च श्रीकृष्ण करुणासिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते। सप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिने इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण।
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully done. Mangalacharya prayers. Okay, so for this Mangalacharya prayers, so we shall move to the next Premadhvani prayers. I shall lead this Premadhvani prayers. Dear devotees, kindly follow behind with a Jaya. जय नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिराजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य शिल प्रभुपाद की
जय।
प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की
जय।
श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की
जय
जय
जय। वृंदावन धाम की,
जय
मथुरा धाम की,
जय
जय
नवदीप धाम की,
जय
जय
जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की,
जय
जय
गंगा माई की,
जय
जय
यमुना माई की,
जय
तुलसी देवी की,
जय
भक्ति देवी की,
जय
संकेत यज्ञ की,
जय
बृहद बृदंगा की,
जय
समवेत भक्त वृंद की,
जय
जय
गौर प्रेमानंदे,
हरि
हरी
हरि बोल
all glory to the simple devotees,
हरे
हरे
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
all glory to the simple devotees,
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
all glory to the simple devotees,
हरे कृष्ण
हरे कृष्णा
all glory to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glory to Prabhupada.
Shri Guru and Guru
जय
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so now we are at 8 o'clock. Sharply we did all Mangalacharya prayers. Okay, so we shall move into the next part of our program, Srimad Bhagavad-gita. So in the last session, so we have completed our first verse, where Sanjay is taking. So Sanjay is speaking to Dhritarashtra. So in the last chapter, he mentioned that after looking at the army, Arjuna, so he is now very upset, looking at the all the family members stood in the battlefield to fight each other. So Arjuna understand the consequences of the battle, and then with that, एव मुक्त्वार्जुनः संख्ये रथोपस्थ उपाविशत् विसृज्य सशिरं चापं तो शोक संविघ्नमानसः. He keep his bow and arrows aside, and now he is sitting there with so much of lamentation. What is going to happen, like that? Shoka samvighnamanasah. And then further, Sanjay is also saying, and the position of Arjuna is the keeping tears in his eyes. He is asking Krishna. He is speaking to Krishna now. So, tam tata krupaya vishtam ashrupurna kulekshanam. Tam tata krupaya vishtam. So, he is with so much of compassion, avistam, overwhelming. Ashrupurna kulekshanam, with full of tears in his eyes. Ashrupurna kulekshanam. Vishidantam idam vakyam. And with lamentation, he spoke these words. Idam vakyam. Idam what he is it? Vavakya Madhusudanaha. He spoke to Krishna, the killer of Madhu demand. So, and now what Krishna is going to respond to Arjuna. Okay, so now by looking at Arjuna, Krishna is speaking. So Arjuna, he was sitting on the chariot. Now Krishna is speaking to Arjuna, to looking at with compassionate. Okay, so today we are going into verse number 2. And dear devotees, we go in the standard format. I request dear devotees, wherever it is possible, kindly everyone unmute and follow the recitation behind me. This is very, very important because Krishna is speaking first statement in the Bhagavad Gita. Before we start our Bhagavad Gita, we all invoke our prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I lead. You all devotees kindly follow behind me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Om Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Shri
Bhagavan
Bhagavanuvacha.
Kutastva Kashmalam Idam.
Kutastva Kashmavidam
Vishame Sam Upastitam.
Vishame Upastitam
Anarijustam Asvargyam.
Anaryajuktam Asvargyam
Akirtikaramajjuna.
Akirti Karamarjuna.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha.
Kutastva Kashmalam Idam.
Kutastva Kashmalamidam
Vishame Sam Upastitam.
Vishame Samapastitam
Anarijustam Asvargyam.
Anaryajustam Asvargyam
Akirtikaramajjuna.
Akirti Karam Arjuna.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha.
Kutastva Kashmalam Idam.
Kutastva Kashmalamidam
Vishame Sam Upastitam.
Vishame Samapastitam
Anarijustam Asvargyam.
Anaryajustam Asvargyam
Akirtikaramajjuna.
Akirti Karam Arjuna.
Thank you so much. Can I request the devotees take a turns to recite this verse, please? Yes, Mataji, please.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Kutasva Kashmalamidam Visame Samupastitam Anaryajustam Swargyam Kirti Karamarjuna.
Very nice, Mataji. Can I request the next Bhagavati Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Shri Bhagavanuvacha. Kutastva Kashmalamidam Vishame Samapastitam Anaryajustam Asvargyam Akirti Karamarjuna.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Any other devotees would like to recite?
I can do, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Kutastva Kashmalam Idam Vishame Samapastitam Anaryajustam Asvargyam Akriti Karamarjuna.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha Kutastva Kashmalam Idam Vishame Samupastitam Anayajustam Asvargyam Akiti Karamarjuna.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji and Prabhuji. And can I request Justin Prabhuji also? Hare Krishna, Justin Prabhuji, are you available?
Hare Krishna.
Yes. Would you like to recite this verse, Prabhuji?
I can try, it will be difficult.
No worries, Prabhuji. Yeah, we'll try. And you wanted to repeat behind me? First time,
Yeah.
second
Okay.
you do by yourself.
Okay.
Kutastva Kashmalam Idam.
Shri Bhagwan Uvaka.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Shri Bhagwan Uvaka.
So this one is Cha, Uvacha.
Uvacha. Okay.
Kutastva Kashmalam Idam.
Is this the second one? The second line, yes?
Yes. Kutastva Kashmalam Idam.
Kudasva kasvalam idam
Vishame samupastitam
Vishame sabobastetum
anaryajustam asvargyam
Anarya justum asvadiyam
asvargyam
asvargyam
akirtikaram Arjuna.
akirti karam ajana.
Very beautiful. Now, would you like to try Prabhuji by yourself?
Okay, I will try. Shri Bhagwan Uvacha Kuta Tava Kasvamalam Idam Visama Sampustastam Anaraya Justam Asvagayam Akuti Karam Ajana.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Prabhuji. And would you like to do the synonyms?
Very nice plan. Yeah.
You want to do Mataji?
Which one, Prabhu? Like synonyms?
The synonyms and translation. And also the purport is bit longer. Maybe you can do the purport also up to here, and then later another devotee will take your time, Mataji.
Up to the, you want the purport up to the shloka?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So start from synonyms, right? Yeah.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Sri Bhagavan Vacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Kutaha, where from, Tva, unto you, Kashmalam, dirtiness, Idam, this lamentation, Vishame, in this hour of crisis, Samupastitam, arrived, Anarya, persons who do not know the value of life, Jushtam, practiced by Asvargyam, which does not lead to higher planets, Akirti, infamy, Karam, the cause of Arjuna, O Arjuna. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Arjuna, how have these impurities come upon you? They are not at all befitting a man who knows the value of life. They lead not to higher planets but to infamy. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Krishna and the Supreme Personality of Godhead are identical. Therefore, Lord Krishna is referred to as Bhagavan throughout the Gita. Bhagavan is the ultimate in the absolute truth. The absolute truth is realized in three phases of understanding, namely Brahman, or the impersonal, all pervasive spirit, Paramatma, or the localized aspect of the Supreme within the heart of all living entities, and Bhagavan, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.11, this conception of the absolute truth is explained thus. Vadanti tat tattvavidas tattvam yat jnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti shabdyate. The absolute truth is realized in three phases of understanding by the knower of the absolute truth, and all of them are identical. Such phases of the absolute truth are expressed as Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Is that fine, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Can I request Justin Prabhuji, would you like to read next two paragraphs, Prabhuji?
Hello.
Yes, would you like to read the next two paragraphs, Prabhuji?
Okay, 1 second. Sorry, I'm reading on my phone. It's a bit. Okay. These three divine aspects can be explained by the example of the sun, which also has three different aspects, namely the sunshine, the sun's surface, and the sun planet itself. One who studies the sunshine only is the preliminary student. One who understands the sun's surface is further advanced, and one who can enter into the sun planet is the highest. Ordinary students who are satisfied by simply understanding the sunshine, its universal pervasiveness, and the glaring effulgence of its impersonal nature may be compared to those who can realize only the Brahman feature of the absolute truth. The student who has advanced still further can know the sun disk, which is compared to knowing of the Paramatma feature of the absolute truth. And the student who can enter into the heart of the sun planet is compared to those who realize the personal features of the supreme absolute truth. Therefore, the bhaktas, or the transcendentalists, who have realized the Bhagavan feature of the absolute truth, are the topmost transcendentalists. Although all students who are engaged in the study of the absolute truth are engaged in the same subject matter. The sunshine, the sun disk, and the inner affairs of the sun planet cannot be separated from one another. And yet the students of the three different phases are not in the same category. The Sanskrit word Bhagwan is explained by the great authority Parasa Muni, the father of Vishyadeva, the Supreme Personality who possesses all riches, all strength, all fame, all beauty, all knowledge, and all renunciation, is called Bhagwan. There are many persons who are very rich, very powerful, very beautiful, very famous, very learned, and very much detached, but no one can claim that he possesses all riches, all strength, etc. entirely. Only Krishna can claim this because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. No living entity, including Rama, Lord Shiva, or Narayana, can possess opulences as fully as Krishna. Therefore, it is concluded in the Brahma Sutra by Lord Brahma himself that Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. No one is equal to or above him. He is the primal Lord, or Bhagavan, known as Govinda, and he is the supreme cause of all causes. Okay?
Yes, thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Can I request other devotee to take a turn to read the next, the verse after these two verses, please?
Shall I read, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. There are many personalities possessing the qualities of Bhagavan, but Krishna is the supreme because none can excel him. He is the supreme person and his body is eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. He is the primeval Lord Govinda and the cause of all the causes. Brahma Samhita 5.1. In the Bhagavatam, also there is a list of many incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but Krishna is described as the original personality of Godhead, from whom many incarnations and personalities of Godhead expand. Ete chamsa kalapumsam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Vradayanti Yuge Yuge. All the lists of the incarnations of Godhead submitted herewith are either plenary expansions or parts of the plenary expansions of the Supreme Godhead. But Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. Bhagavatam, Canto 1, 3rd chapter, 28 verse. Shall I continue, Prabhuji?
Maybe in next line, Mataji.
Next line, okay. Therefore, Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Absolute Truth, the sources of both the Super Soul and the impersonal Brahman.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Can I request other devotee take a turn for the last paragraph?
I will Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
In the presence of Supreme Personal Godhead, Arjuna lamentation for his kinsman certainly unbecoming, and therefore Krishna expressed his surprise, the word kutaha, wherefrom such impurities were never expected from a person belonging to a civilized class of men known as Aryans. The word Aryan is applicable to person who know the value of life and have a civilization based on spiritual realization. Persons who are led by the material conception of life do not know that the aim of life is the realization of absolute truth, Vishnu or Bhagavan, and they are captivated by external features of the material world, and therefore they do not know what liberation is. The person who have no knowledge of liberation from material bondage are called non-Aryans. Although Arjuna was Kshatriya, he was deviating from the prescribed duty by declining to fight. This act of cowardice is described as befitting the non-Aryans. Such deviation from duties does not help one in the progress of spiritual life, nor does it even give one the opportunity to become famous in the world. Lord Krishna did not approve of the so-called compassion of Arjun for his kinsman.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Okay, so here, so Krishna is saying to Arjuna, Kutastva kashmalamidham, Kutastva, where from, for you, O Arjuna, Kutastva kashmalam. Kashmalam is the dirtiness in the heart, impurities. Idam. So in this way, whatever the lamentation you are now facing, O Arjuna, sitting here and leaving your bow and arrows aside, you are simply sitting and lamenting. Idam, that is idam. Kutastva kashmalam idam. So that kind of lamentation is kashmalam. Vishametam upastitam. So in this hour of crisis, we are all assembled here to fight, and everyone are waiting in this hour of crisis. That is Vishame. It is the critical hour of crisis. This is the hour of crisis. Samupastitam. So now it has arrived to fight. In this particular time, where does Kutastva Kashmalidham Vishame? So where does this impurities enter into your heart? So Krishna is questioning Arjuna. And then whatever, oh Arjuna, you are doing, it is Anarya Justam Asvargyam. Anarya. Arya means who is a civilized person. So the life is, the civilized person's life is divided into ashramas and varnas. 4 ashramas and 4 varnas, and ultimately it leads to the liberation, completely free from the material entanglement. So in the ashramas, Brahmacharya ashramam, 25 years. Next 25 years is the Grihastha ashrama, where he acts. In the Brahmacharya, he practices celibacy and learn all the Vedic knowledge. Next 25 years, he enters into the Grihastha if he desires so. Otherwise, after Brahmacharya, he can enter directly into the sannyasi. So what if he enters into Grihastha next 25 years, where he marries a woman, and then he begot children, Krishna conscious children, who are to be followed in the Vedic tradition. Next 25 years it is the Vanaprastha ashramam, where he has to relive gradually, kind of a retirement age. So next 25 years. Last 25 years, he must completely dedicate himself to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or he must leave completely surrendering to the Lord. So this is the sannyasa, renounce completely from the material entanglement or family relations, everything, because he should prepare his body in such a way that it is no more useful. He has to leave this material world. So likewise, he has to, that is called a liberation, and he has to attain ultimate. So this is called Aryans, who knows. And then in order to maintain the society properly, we have got Brahmana, who is the leaders of the society. Brahmanas, who knows the knowledge of the soul, spirit soul, and the supreme personality of Godhead. He is called Brahmana. He gives the instructions to the society and lead. And he also gives instructions to the administrator class, that is Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas have to follow properly the instructions of the Brahmanas. So they both are depend on each other. Kshatriyas have to give protection to the Brahmanas. Brahmanas have to suggest good instructions to the Kshatriyas. These two are kind of very important elements. And the next third one is the third varna is the Vaishyas, the business class of men. What is their business? To protect the cows and also do the business, cow protection and business. That is the Vaishyas. And fourth class is the labor class, who have to serve for the top three classes, Brahmanas and Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. Sudras is just only labor. They don't have much knowledge, so they have to serve the top three classes. So all these varnas and ashramas, combinedly it is the Aryan civilization. So here, who has got, if he is a Aryan, then he was not lamented, he is not he should not be lamenting for which is a temporary thing. Anyway, one has to die. It means for some people it may come early, for some people it may come later, for some people it may come through the battles like that for a Kshatriya. This is Anarya. Now Arjuna is lamenting. This is called Anarya Justam. This is whatever the practice you are doing now, it is Anarya Justam. It is not practiced by Aryans. It is Anarya. And Asvargyam, so that whatever the cowardliness you are now practicing, O Arjuna, with the lamentation and sitting here without fighting and having tears in your eyes, it is Asvargyam. All Kshatriyas, they always wait for the battles to come. That is, if a battle is coming without expecting, he has to take it as a granted, because if he dies in the battle, he goes to the heavenly planets. If he wins here in the battle, then he will enjoy the earth. Hato va prapsi swargam jitva va bhoktasi mahim. Tasmad uttishta kaunteya yuddhaya kurda nishchayah. So if you die, you will go to the, if you lose and die in the battle, you will go to the heavenly planet. If you win, here you enjoy this material world. Likewise, after enjoying the material world, again you will go back to the heavenly planets. That is there. So that is the Aryan. So here, Asvargyam. So if you are lamenting like that, you don't get, it will not lead to the higher planets, O Arjuna. And Akirti Karam, it is infamy, Akirti Karam. It will cause you that everyone will think about your infamy. So far for Arjuna, he is so famous that he is the greatest archer in the world at that point of time. So if Arjuna is not fighting, it is kind of infamy. Infamy is for such a person, it is most horrible than the death. This is Akirtikaram Arjuna. Arjuna. So whatever the practice you are now doing, lamenting for which is not permanent, these are all Kashmalamidham. Where does this come from into your heart? Kutastva Kashmalamidham Vishame Sam Upastitam Anarya Justam Asvargyam Akirtikaram Arjuna. So likewise, Krishna started questioning to Arjuna. So here Prabhupada is explaining about the Bhagavan, because it is Bhagavan Uvacha. And Bhagavan Uvacha is the who has got the all the opulences. Aishwarya Vairagya Yasho Avabodha Virya Shriya Purtam Aham Prapadhe. To that Supreme Personality of Godhead who has got full opulences. All the six opulences. He is Supreme Person. For that Personality of Godhead, we offer our obeisances, not for any smaller gods. And that Supreme Personality of Godhead is known in the three phases of understanding. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti Sabjate. These are the levels of the realization of absolute truth. Brahma is the Brahman light. Paramatma is the super soul feature who is living in the heart of all the living entities. And Bhagavan is the personality of Godhead with a form, as he has got a form like like us. Of course, we have man is made after the image of the God. So he is the original. We are all the images. So that is Bhagavan. That is Vadanti Tattat Vistatvam Yajnanamadbhayam Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavaniti Sabjade. These are the Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan, three faces. And then, so here Prabhupada is giving the analogy. So this is the sunlight and sun disk and the sun god. This is the levels of the understanding of the supreme absolute truth. Who enters into the planet, he is the highest. And also Krishna also mentions yoginam api sarvesham madgatenam taratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam samayukta tamo mataha. Out of all the yogis who are practicing to attain the perfection, out of all these things, yoginam api sarvesham, out of all these yogis, yoginam api sarvesham madgatenam taratmana, madgate, who are all coming to me in their antaratmana, madgatena antaratmana. How? Shraddha, with the so much of faith. Shraddhavan bhajate yomam. With so much of faith and he is worshipping me, bhajate yomam. Such kind of person, sameyukta tamo mataha. Sameyukta tamo mataha. He is the best of all the yogis. That whoever understands the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is the topmost. And also the hierarchy is given again in the devotional service explained by the Kapil Bhagavan. There are out of so many people who is surrendering unto the Lord, lotus feet of the Lord, he is the topmost of everyone else in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So Prabhupada is explaining all the students who are trying to understand the Brahma or Paramatma and Bhagavan. Out of all these things, out of three phases, a student who trying to understand the personality of Godhead, he is the highest. Though all are coming from the different phases of the Lord, different phases of absolute truth, but there is a difference. And then Prabhupada explaining about Bhagavan, so which is the six opulences, or in the six features: riches, strength, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. So the Bhagavan means who is possessing all these features in full. He is called Bhagavan, not any other person. And then so in the history of this throughout Puranas everywhere, only Krishna has claimed that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. No one has claimed the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or they have never proved it otherwise. Some people, they might have claimed themselves as Son of God. Some are just I am the representative of God, like that Avadhutas and so many other Sikta Veshavataras, like that. But no one has claimed except Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he has not only claimed, he has practically with his activities, all his actions, he has performed all the pastimes. There is no one can compare to Krishna. And so not while here in this planet, he even went outside of this universe. He took Arjuna outside of this universe, and then he went to the Karnodak Sai Vishnu. So on the occasion when he wanted to take the sons of Brahmana, at the time he crossed the universe. So which is not possible for anyone, and then brought back those sons back to Brahmana. And also he had in the fight of Banasura and Krishna, and at the time Lord Shankara also participating in that battle. So Krishna defeated even Lord Shiva as well. And also Brahma was bewildered in one of the pastimes when Brahma wanted to test whether this boy, blue boy of Vrindavan, is he Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he's not following any of Vedic rules and regulations. He is sitting with ordinary boys and he is eating like that. So Brahma was also bewildered. and Indra was also bewildered. So not so many powerful demigods got bewildered, and Krishna has every moment he is showing his supremacy and lifting the golden hill on tip of his left hand, the small finger of his left hand, for 7 days and 7 nights. Just by his glance, he made all the cows, Vrindavan people, uh, he nourished them without, so they do not have all the grains and all those things. Due to the heavy rains, they cannot go out of the outside of the mountain. So all are under the mountain. So these are unnatural activities that Krishna has done, unparalleled. This is personality of Godhead. And still, but Krishna is completely renunciant. So uh, he want complete pure devotees. So no one, if anyone comes with ego, Janma, Aishwarya, Smrita, Sribihi, Edamana, Madhapuman, Naivarhati, Abhidatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. These are not the qualifications, but high birth, Janma, Aishwarya, lots of opulence, Janma Aishwarya Shruta, he is so much of intelligence or learned. Janma Aishwarya Shruta Sribihi, and so much of riches again. Shribihi, Yedamana Madhapuman, and he has got so much of strength. And if one has got, these are not the qualities. Yedamana Madhapuman, na eva arhati. These are the not qualifications of to understand the God or Supreme Personality of Godhead. So one should have a devotion. Tvam akinchana gocharam. One who has got unflinching faith, akinchana, and also without any material expectations. He is called akinchana gocharam. For them, the Lord he reveals to them. Not otherwise. If anyone is going for just I wanted money, there are 4 different kinds of people. Chaturvida bhajante mam janaha sukritinodhyanaha. 4 kinds of people go to Krishna. Ad who is in distress, Addadi who wanted money, Jijnasu who wanted to learn about the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the relation with him. This is Jijnasu. And Jnanicha who has got the knowledge of the Supreme Absolute. These 4 kinds of people go to Krishna to understand the absolute truth. Not otherwise anyone. So otherwise, namam duskrituna modaha prapadhyante naradamaha. So these are again the 4 kinds of people, naradamas, asuras. They do not come to Krishna because they got some kind of strength. They wanted to show off themselves to the world that I am beautiful, I am very powerful, I got money, I am going to this office, look at me. Likewise, they wanted to prove. They do not come. They're duskuritino modaha prapadhyante naradamaha, lowest among the men. Because they do not understand. They're krupanaha palahetavaha. They wanted to enjoy for whatever the little work they do, whatever the results they are getting, they wanted to enjoy all of it. All of it. They do not want to share with the Supreme Person. They do not acknowledge that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, everything is running, all the universe, morning and evening, sun is coming, sun is setting, moon is rising every 15 days, and moon is waning moon, waxing moon. The seasons are coming properly. The rain is falling. The sun is extracting the water from the oceans and making the clouds. And then this is the distillation. And again, the clouds are pouring the water, rain, all the distributing throughout the planet. Who is maintaining without a person behind it? How can all these are carrying out very perfectly? So one has to question. Otherwise, he is a modaha, prapadhyante, naradamaha. They do not come. Na prapadhyante, they do not come to the Lord. They wanted to enjoy. Kurpanaha, they're misers. So those are the 4 kinds of people come to Krishna. 4 kinds of people, they do not come to Krishna. So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then no one is equal to or above him. This is Mattah Param Nanyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya. There is nothing equal or above him. Mattah paramnanyat kinchidasti, a little bit beyond Krishna. That's why he is the primal Lord or Bhagavan, known as Govinda. And it is again, so we got Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Brahma Samhita, and Chaitanya Charitamrita, many other scriptures, everything rooting that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And here this is from the Brahma Samhita. Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishnaha Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govindaha Sarvakarana Karanam. He is the Sarvakarana Karanam, cause of all causes. Anadir Adihi, he doesn't have any beginning, and he is only the beginning. And he is the Govindaha. And who is he? He is the Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishna, the controller. What kind of control? Paramaha, the supreme controller. That who is that? Krishna. And what is his body? Sat Chit Ananda Vigraha. His body is complete pure spirit. Sat is the eternal, and Chid, it is the absolute. Ananda, he is all blissful. Sat Chit Ananda, all eternal and full of knowledge and full of bliss. Satchitananda Vigraha. His form is Satchidananda Vigraha. We are also similar quality of Krishna, but we are wrapped up by the mind, intelligence, and ego, earth, water, fire, and wind and space. These are covering us as an individual soul. We have got 2 layers here. On top of that, we also wear the clothing and all those things in additionally. And these are different. So these are all material coverings. But Krishna body and all his paraphernalia is completely pure spirit. Everything is spirit. Okay, so that is from Brahma Samhita. And also in the Bhagavatam, Krishna's expansions are given Purusha avataras, Guna avataras, and Leela avataras. After explaining all these things by Suta Goswami, Guna avataras, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, 3 personality Guna avataras. And after that, Purusha avataras, Karnodaksai Vishnu, Garbhodaksai Vishnu, Kshirodaksai Vishnu. Kshirodaksai Vishnu also, he is also the Virat Rupa, the same personality. So after explaining the Gunavataras and 3 Gunavataras, 3 Purushavataras, and Sutta Goswami explains 22 Leela Avataras. After explaining all these 22 Leela Avataras, out of that, Ekodvimshe Vimshatime Vishnusu Prap Germany, Ramakrishna Viti Bho. So explaining that 19th and 20th incarnations, Krishna and Balarama, they appears. And then later on, Buddha Avatara and Kalki Avatara. So 22 incarnations. After saying all these things, Ete Chamsha Kalaha Pumsaha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mrudayanti Yuge Yuge. All the list of incarnations of God has submitted herewith are either plenary expansions or parts of the plenary expansions of the Supreme Godhead. But Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. He is the original personality. So everything else, they are plenary expansions or parts of. Yasya Amsha Amshena. Yasya Amsha Amshena. These are by his, and who is that source of all these expansions? So Krishna is the personality of Godhead, but when we consider only this particular universe, here Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu lies in the Garbhodaka ocean. And he is Adu Guhita Sat Avatar Shataika Bijam Yenna Vibadha Bhavanad Ahamavirasam, and from whose navel the lotus flower and comes, and Brahma borns out of that lotus flower. And that Garbhodak Sai Vishnu is the source of all other incarnations within this universe. But for that Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, Karnodak Sai Vishnu. On top of him is Mahasankarshana. On top of him, Narayana. For him, again, Sankarshana. That is the first quadruple Sankarshana. On top of them, Balaram. On top of that, Krishna. Krishna is the original source. Therefore, Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, the absolute truth, the source of both the super soul and impersonal Brahman. This is Krishna says that Brahmano hi pritistaham amrutasya aviyasya cha shashvatasya dharmasya sukasya aikantikasya cha. That impersonal Brahman, it is depending on me. Krishna says, Brahmano hi pritistaham amrutasya aviyasya cha. Amrutasya, which is the nectarian, which is immortal. Aviyasya cha, it is eternally existing. Shashvatasya dharmasya, Shashvatasya cha dharmasya, sukasya aikantikasya cha. Sukasya means it is the pleasure, unlimited happiness. Sukasya aikantikasya cha, that is the ultimate goal. And then, so for that Brahman light, Krishna is the source. And further, Prabhupada is explaining about coming back to the Arjuna's lamentation. So here when Krishna is asking, Kutaha, where from these impurities have come onto, O Arjuna, into your heart? You are just acting like a Anarya. So that is Anarya. But here when we are speaking the Krishna's devotees association, we are all called Aryans who understand the spirit soul. This is it is explained Adhyatmika Anushravanat Nama Sankirtana Chame Arjavena Arya Sangena. Arya Sangha is the Krishna's devotees who are understanding Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead, following the regulative principles, chanting, always remembering and doing bhajans and doing own service only for Krishna. They are called Aryans. Arjavena is simple life, very simple. Arya Sangena in the devotees of association. This is Krishna, it is Aryans. And here Arjuna is also Aryan, he is the devotee of the Lord. And now when he is lamenting, and if we see in our devotees association, though many people have got difficulties, but they do not lament unnecessarily, but they do lament for other people's. For what? They are not in Krishna consciousness, they are not progressing. For that they lament. Personally, they do not lament for their personal body, personal opulences for that sake. Here, Arjuna is compassionate for other living entities, but he is now lamenting here. And then here, persons who are led by the material conception of life do not know that the aim of life is realization of the absolute truth, Vishnu or Bhagavan, and they are captivated by the external features of the material world, and therefore they do not know what the liberation is. So here, the living entity, when he is Karanam Gunasangasya Sad Asadhyoni Janmasu, when he is always absorbed in performing his activities, then he thinks that it is me. I am the body, this is my house, this is my country, this is my society, this is my town. He's fully absorbed. If he doesn't stay with that particular people in that environment, immediately he feels missing. That is the conception of material life. This is the material conception of life. Do not know the aim of life is realization of the absolute truth, Vishnu or Bhagavan. And they are captivated by the external features of the material world. Bhumira punalo vayu kham mano buddhirevacha. So it is the different transformations: earth, water, fire, wind and space, mind, intelligence and ego. In a different combinations, every person's body is made in a different proportions. There are features of the material world. And therefore, they do not know what the liberation is. Persons who have no knowledge of liberation from material bondage are called non-Aryans. They are simply engaging in the sense gratification. Out of sense gratifications, the attachment between man and woman, it is so strong. It is so strong. It will make him to tie to this material world. So one has to control his sense gratification. Controlling, so starting with the tongue. Tongue is the main thing. First, whatever we eat, we become that one. We have to give ayu sattva bhalarogya sukha priti vivardhanaha, the very healthy food, and which is conducive to the spiritual life. The milk preparations, the food nice palatable dishes, first we have to offer to Krishna and then we consume. And then those food, it will be Ayu Sattva Bhala Arogya. It is very healthy, it increases the lifespan, they are in the mode of goodness. And there are some kinds of food which are spicy, bitter, and salty, and very sharp taste, and dry foods. These are coming mode of passion. And there are food which is like a rottening and which is already spoiled, which is prepared more than 3 hours. Such kind of food, and also some people who have left the food, leftover foods, this coming in the mode of ignorance. Such kind of foods. So when we have to control the tongue, speaking only the required words and eating only the prasad offered to the Krishna. That way we control the tongue. Starting from the tongue, then all other senses gradually come into the control. Later on, this is Aryan civilization. So although Arjuna was a Kshatriya, he was deviating from his prescribed duties by declining to fight. So Arjuna, he is a Kshatriya. He knows that all the control his senses, because if we see past of Arjuna, when he was meditating for pleasing Lord Shiva, so his concentration was very deep. He was able to please Lord Shiva very quickly. And when he was meditating, even the smoke also coming out of his head. That is the concentration. He has controlled all his senses. So though he is a Kshatriya, so he did in the past, before coming to the Kurukshetra battle itself, he did at least 5-6 years before that one, that kind of meditation to please Lord Shiva. Now, he is deviating from his prescribed duties by declining to fight, by looking at his family and friends in the Kurukshetra battle. So that act of cowardice is described as befitting non-Aryans who doesn't know the knowledge of absolute truth. Because there is no death for the soul, it simply changes the body. So here, such deviation from the duty does not help one in the progress of spiritual life, nor does it even give one the opportunity to become famous in this world. So one has to perform his duty in all times and circumstances. What is the duty? How do one understand that it is my duty or not? So as a father, I have a duty to look after my wife and children, give protection to them, feed them, and give clothing and food and shelter. These are the minimum things. That is as a father. As a husband, I have to look after my wife. As a father, look after the children. As a son, look after the parents. These are my duties. This is based on a duty is the based on constitutional position of a living entity. One has to perform the activity. That is called the duty. It is dharma. That is duty. One should not deviate. If we go to the work, our manager is the authority. We have to follow the authority. Whatever manager says, yes, it doesn't matter it is right or not right. We just give input, but if still manager takes decision, we do it. We are free from the outputs of that activity. And if our father says we carry out the activity, we are free from the results of the activity. One should not attach to the results of the activity, simply carry out the duty, that's all. We do not take the responsibility of the output of the results, output of the activity. We are not responsible for that. If we are taking the responsibility, then we are into the entanglement. That is, it will make one to tie up with the material world. So, but here, as Arya, one has to carry out his duty. That is to progress in spiritual life. And here, Lord Krishna did not approve of the so-called compassion of Arjuna for his kinsmen. So Lord Krishna did not approve because it is not the duty. So he's deviating from his duty. So Krishna did not approve. Okay, so I request with this is Prabhupada is beautifully explaining what is the duty and the Supreme Personality of Godhead Bhagavan and the realization of the Bhagavan in 3 phases and what are the features of Bhagavan. And also giving with an analogy as the sunshine, sun planet, and the sun god. So I request Justin Prabhuji, you have got some questions before. If you wanted to ask, so kindly raise your questions. What questions you have got?
Hello, Prabhu. I don't have. I'll have to come back to you with the questions. At the moment, it's a bit difficult because I was at work, but I'm at work at the moment. But I just had one question, as you know, before about sorry, about the personal and impersonal relationship with Krishna.
Yeah.
And just understanding the distinction between the two, the personal and the impersonal.
Yes. So that impersonally is it is the Brahmiti. This is the first level of realization. The such phases of the absolute truth are expressed as Brahman. It is the first level. This is impersonal feature as the sunlight.
That's the that is the impersonal.
Yes.
The sunlight. Okay, so receiving the sun rays from the sun. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So this is the statements.
Okay.
That is the impersonal feature.
Mm-hmm.
And the next level is further advanced. It is the Paramatmiti. This is a super soul who exists in the heart of all the living entities. This is the Paramatmiti. This is the higher than the impersonal feature. So this one is the a student who advances still further know the sun disk, which is compared the knowledge of Paramatma feature of the absolute truth. This is the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And the third level, a student who can enter into the heart of the sun planet is compared to those who realize the features of the supreme absolute truth. This is Bhagavan. Is Bhagavan. This is the highest one.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, it can be compared in this UK, United Kingdom. So we have got the government is running, and the government is running. All functions are being carried out. But if some person is asking, who is the head of this country? So we immediately say, Prime Minister is the one who takes the decisions. And some person say the king is there, so above the Prime Minister as well. So it is their government body. There are functions, but king is the ultimate. If king wants to cancel the government, he can do at any point of time if he likes. But unless he likes, he doesn't do it. So king is there and government body is there, and also the rules, the citizen laws, civil laws are always there present. The police are protecting the country. It is, I mean, they are individual personalities, but or called constitution, all the rules to govern the country, government, which is a kind of a comparison with the Brahman, and the people of that government we can compare with as a Paramatma, the head of the country we can compare it as a Bhagavan. So there is a hierarchy again. This way we can easily understand. So here sunlight, sun disk, and the sun inside going in sun god. 3 levels. That is Brahma is the impersonal. If we go a little bit further, the super soul, and on top of that is the Bhagavan. Does that answers your question, Prabhuji? Okay, so And dear devotees, if you have got any additions or you wanted to share anything from this particular verse and purport, kindly share. Or you have got any questions, kindly raise. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
You have already explained very nicely, actually. But I have only like this when you are explaining about what here also it is given about the Garbhodakshai Vishnu, Mahavishnu, and all these things.
Yes.
Like in the spiritual world, Krishna is expanding into Balaram, and then Balaram to the four quadruples. And
Yes.
what is the function of that four quadruples? I don't know. I couldn't get that. Like they are involved in spiritual creation or something. I don't know because I am poor in that. I can understand how the cosmic manifestation is created and all those things. But we have these four quadruples, Pradyumna, Sankarshna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva.
Yes. Yes, Mataji. So this is the Goloka chart, which is our guide for this. And within this Goloka chart, in the bottom corner, we see that here the hierarchy, the first quadruple, second quadruple. Okay, just maximum zoom again. Okay, so I hope it is visible, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, so here, this yellow bit here, the thick yellow and also light yellow, it comes as the Goloka Vrindavan. So we see here is Goloka, where so Krishna's expansions. This is the Vaibhav Prakasha, and explaining like a Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. This is the Adi Chaturvyuha, the first quadruple. And here, these are coming from Vaibhav Prakasha, from Lord Balarama here. So this is the Lord Balaram. And then, so here in the right side, it is also explained in Gokula Vrindavana. So where Krishna and Balaram, they exist. And here, Madhura is the expansion for Vasudeva, Aniruddha kind of thing. So here it is explained Madhura, and then Dwaraka is the Sankashana Pradyumna. So this right side is also explained, but these are all in a high level. We can understand this is Goloka, first quadruple, and these are all associating with Krishna's. And the next one is the second Chaturvyuha. So here, when Sankarsana expands himself as a Narayana, and Narayana expands into Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. So these are the second quadruple. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the Goloka chart, if we just go to the Goloka chart again, if we go to Goloka, so there is the there are Purusharthas are also existing here. So this is Dharma, four Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. So they are also surrounding next to the Dham, Goloka Vrindavan. This is Dharma, and next one is the Artha here. And then just is then is another side is the Kama. This is the Kama. And then top one is the Four sides. These are the dharma, artha, kama, moksha. This is the moksha. And also four Vedas are also given and Aniruddha. So this Chaturvyuha is given. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, so for your question, I'm just going to show that who is Vasudeva and Sankarsana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. So Kapila Bhagavan explains the features of Vasudeva is in the 26th chapter of third canto, where he explains. So the the pure spirit, it expands into four. That is the Vasudeva, Pradyumna, Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. Vasudeva is the Chittam. Vasudevakyam Chittam Tad Mahadatmakam is the consciousness of the Mahatattva. That is Chittam. Second is the Sankarsana. He is the deity of the ego. Third one is the Pradyumna, is the deity of the intelligence. Aniruddha is the deity of the mind. So this is 26, and then here explains this one, Aniruddha. So here, mind of the living entity is known by the name of Lord Aniruddha, the supreme ruler of the senses. He possesses a bluish-black form resembling a lotus flower growing in the autumn. He is found slowly by the yogis. This is Aniruddha. And here if we see the Ahankara, and who is that Ahankara? Is a Lord Ananta with 1,000 heads. Threefold Ahankara, the source of gross elements, the senses and the mind is identical with them because it is their cause. It is known by the name of Sankarsana, who is directly Lord Ananta with 1,000 heads. This is Ananta. And Vasudeva is the mode of goodness, which is the clear, sober status of understanding the personality of Godhead, and which is generally called Vasudeva or consciousness, becomes manifest in the Mahatattva. This is Sattvam. This is Yattat Tattva Gunam Swacham Shantam Bhagavataha Padam Yadahuhu Vasudevakyam Chittam Tad Mahadatmakam. So this consciousness is represented by, or the deity is the Vasudeva. It is Vasudevakyam. So now Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. Vasudeva is the pure consciousness, and Sankarsana is the Bhutendriya Manomayam. He is the Lord Ananta, so with 1,000 heads. This is the Ahankara. Now Vasudeva Sankarsana. This is name of Sankarsana. This is also the verse is mentioned. Sahasra Sirsham Sakshat Yam Anantam Prachakshate Sankarsanakyam Purusham Bhutendriya Manomayam. This is Sankarsana. And the third level is the Pradyumna, who is the intelligence. Specifically, it is not mentioned here, but Aniruddha's name is mentioned here. Yadviduhi Anuruddhakyam Krushikesham Adishwaram Sarada Indyavarashamam Samrajyam Yogi Bihisanaihi. This is Aniruddha. And intelligence, it is the Pradyumna. So here explains intelligence as well. By transformation of the false ego in passion, intelligence takes birth, O virtuous lady, O Devhuti Mata. The functions of intelligence are to help in ascertaining the nature of objects when they come into view and help the senses. Of course, here Pradyumna is the Lord deity of the intelligence. So that one we can see here in the coverings of the universe. So here coverings of the universe. Their first covering is the earth, water, fire, air, and then ether. Ether is in the air. There is the air personified worships Pradyumna. On top of that, ether personified worships Aniruddha. False ego personified worships Sankarsana. Mahatattva personified worships Vasudeva. These are the four coverings. And also here in the lower, earth, water, fire, they worship like Varaha, Mashya, and Narayana, Surya Narayana. So these are the different coverings. So that is Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Aniruddha, and Pradyumna, the four. They are the expansions. So the pure spirit, these are the symptoms of a pure soul. We are the part and parcel of God, and we are pure soul. And whenever the symptoms are Vasudeva, the consciousness, Sankarshana is identifying oneself. This is the concept. In the material conception, it is false ego. In the spiritual conception, it is the pure ego. And then mind. We got mind, we got intelligence. For the mind, it is the Aniruddha. And for intelligence, we got intelligence, that is Pradyumna. So four features or expansions of the pure spirit soul. Krishna is pure spirit soul. He expands himself into Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha.
So the layers like earth, personified worship of Lord Varaha, oh, not that one, ether personified worship Aniruddha, and then false ego personified worship Sankarshana. They are all second quadruples or the first quadruples expansions? They might be the second, right?
Yes, Mataji, they might be the second ones.
Yeah, the first one, they are the coverings and the lotus, Goloka Vrindavan externally, like all the you have shown, like, I mean, Dharma, all the Vedas, they represent the first quadruple.
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Right.
So that is the goal of the spiritual planets. And this is in the material world, for example, we directly perceive these four features within ourselves.
Yeah, so most of the time we don't, I mean, people might be worshipping, like, mostly we don't worship, no, like Aniruddha, Pradyumna. So I was thinking, like, if we are, mind is not proper, like it is not getting fixed or something like that, can we worship for the deity or of the mind, like Pradyumna? No, Pradyumna is
For mind, Aniruddha.
Aniruddha. Okay. Something I don't know, like I'm making sense or not, I don't know. But I was thinking, like, okay, maybe Hare Krishna is too much, like we'll go to the next before expansion to bless us with a pure mind or something. So can we chant like the forms of Krishna, like Aniruddha, Pradyumna, and all those things? We know the Vasudeva we used to do, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva, and Om. That's so. Yeah.
So here, Prabhupada giving the explanation, one should be fixed upon the
Okay.
form of Aniruddha. But
Yeah. So we can do that. Yeah. So the first quarter, but the Goloka Vrindavan Dham itself is created, not created by these four quadruples. Like, I mean, it's fully only Balaram is
yes, it is four expansions coming from Balaram. Yes.
Balaram. But I don't know how to say, like, we know that Balaram is Dham as well. So
Yes, the Dham as well. Yes.
the goal, the Goloka Dham is created by Balaram then.
Yes, he expands himself. So yes.
Okay, right. Now I'm just going into details. Sorry.
Yes, Mataji. That is very beautiful to ask questions, Mataji. So this is Tadhama Tadanantasha Sambhavam Sahasrapatra Gokulakyam Mahatpadam Tad Karnikaram Tadhama Tad Anantasha Sambhavam Tad Anantasha Sambhavam. By the Lord Balarama only it expands. Sahasrapatra Gokulakyam Mahatpadam Tad Karnikaram. Karnikaram, all the petals. Tat Karnikaram, Tad Dhama, Tad Anantasa Sambhavam, all comes from Balaram.
Okay, now it's clear. Like, I mean, yeah. Because this is the part I never used to read much. So I read long back about the names, but I didn't go into the details. So I just wanted to go into
This on Saturday mornings, most frequently we are discussing this Goloka and Vaikuntha descriptions on Saturday mornings.
Ah, okay. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Any other questions or additions here, Devaki?
Hi, Prabhu. I have a question.
Yes, Prabhuji.
It might be a it might be a very naive or stupid question, so bear with me. Because I've been a spiritual seeker for more than 10 years now.
Mhm.
And it's only in the last few years that I've come closer to, I've started going more into Hindu scriptures and the Bhagavad Gita and being drawn to Krishna consciousness. So I have this question because in the New Age spiritual community, let's call it that, there's this notion or belief that you are it, you are everything you are seeking.
Mhm.
So all the answers are inside of you. And by looking outside of you for any kind of worship or any godly power outside of you, you're giving your power away.
Yes, that's right.
So it's a question that's been bugging me. So I just wanted to hear your perspective. So this
Yes,
personal and impersonal thing confused me,
that's right.
and
Whatever you
I
have
don't
said,
fully. Sorry.
whatever you have said, that is right.
Yeah.
And then,
So
Prabhuji?
so I'm just wondering if you can give some perspective on this or some. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so that is very beautiful question. So many of us, mainly the impersonalists,
Can I just?
that is
Yeah.
the concept of impersonalism. So they think that we are the God. So where does that lead? It will it will bring into so many havoc. It will put us into miseries. So Krishna mentions Mamaivamso Jivoloke Jivobhutaha Sanatanaha Manasastani Indriyani Prakristani Karshati. So we are individual soul and we are covered by the subtle body, which is mind, intelligence, and ego. That is the first layer, first cloth covering on top of us. We are a pure spirit soul. We are wearing this material body now. And on top of it, mind, intelligence, and ego, and contaminated consciousness. On top of that, earth, water, fire, ether, and the wind. These are the five elements are covering in a different proportion. This is what our body, which we are visible to our eyes. And we are the pure spirit. So Krishna is a pure spirit. We are minute in quantity. Krishna is he's the whole personality, pure spirit. We are part and parcel of Krishna. But we cannot understand outside, but to know about ourselves. Krishna, as a super soul, he is in the heart of all the living entities. And we are minute part as well. And Krishna watches our activities, whatever we do, through his Paramatma feature. He is always watching us. Like two birds sitting on a tree, one bird is eating the fruits, who is called, compared with the living entity. Another bird, who is a super soul, always watching the activities of the individual bird, who are experiencing pains and pleasures with the material enjoyment. So it comes, we have to see our inner vision. How do one sees Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Chaiva Svake Cha Panditaha Samadarshinaha. So as a spirit soul, myself, yourself, all the living entities, a cat or dog, a tree, everyone has got a spirit. They are the same quality. And Krishna, same quality. But the consciousness, it varies. Conscious levels are different for the animals, the trees, and persons of material world. People who are Aryans, it is consciousness, it keep on increasing. Krishna conscious is the topmost. There is nothing comparable or nearer to Krishna consciousness. So this is the consciousness. It makes one differentiate. So what we are trying in this world, trying to search the absolute truth. This is एतावत् जीव जिज्ञासं तत्व जिज्ञासमात्मनः अन्वय व्यतिरेकाभ्यम यस्यात् सर्वत्र सर्वदा. It is the fourth shloka of the Chatushloki. And so the Lord speaks to Brahma. What is it? One has to keep on searching until he finds the absolute truth, that is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He identifies, and when does that search ends? First, he needs beginning with, he has to identify himself as a spirit soul. That is the beginning only. That is very beginning step. Once he identifies, so here in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna speaks all that you're not the body, you're not the mind, not the intelligence, not the ego, you're the pure spirit soul. That spirit soul is never dies. That is you. And the body will keep on vasam chijinan yata vihaya. So likewise, like clothes we are torn clothes we are leaving aside and we take the new clothes. Likewise, the soul take the new body and then leaves the old body. It needs a rejuvenated, new, fresh body all the time. But that also is not required when a person is situated in the pure spiritual position or consciousness position. That I am a soul. I have nothing to do with this material world. I am part and parcel of Krishna. Mamayavamsho jivaloke jivabhutah sanatanaha. So Krishna is supreme and I am the part and parcel of his absolute. That we have to understand. Then that is establishing the relationship. This is called sambandha. It is sambandha abhideya prayojana. Once we identify ourselves as spirit soul, Krishna as supreme soul, now this is called sambandha or relation. Next is the walking towards that particular object. What is the object? Krishna is the objective of all the living entities. And through what? It is called yogic process, step-by-step process. It is abhideya. So there are different processes, Sankhya philosophy, Bhakti Yoga, and there are some other yogic processes as well. They are not even compared to the Bhakti Yoga. There are some are kind of impersonal Brahman conceptions. Some wanted to, atheistic philosophy is completely free from the material world, that's all. Kevalam Jnanam. One of the atheistic philosophy was sprouted from the Vedic in the previously in the ancient times. It is called Jain Dharma. So Sukadeva Goswami mentions whenever Rishabhadeva was renouncing this material world in his last times, one of the king, his name Arhat, who is the king of Konka, Venka, Venkata, he has imitated the principles deviating from the Vedic Dharma. That is how the Jain Dharma, which is atheistic, it has emanated from. They do not believe in the creators. So kind of thing Sukadeva Goswami was mentioning. It is the atheistic Dharma. So one has to stick to the Vedic principles. Rishabhadeva is the incarnation of, he is the son of Nabhi and Meru Devi. He is one of the expansion of Krishna. So when Krishna is there, and who is the creator? Ete chamsha kalaha pumsaha Krishna to Bhagavan Swayam. The personally, how can anyone claim that there is no creator, there is no superior authority? So that is called atheism. People, they do not believe in the creator and the governance of these spiritual and material worlds. That is atheism. So these kinds of steps we have to cross in the path of yogic process. This is abhideya, knowing the steps, what to do, what not to do, and then gradually advancing in the spiritual progress, attaining the supreme objective, Krishna. It is the prayojana, getting the ultimate objective. So we ourselves, known as the individual soul, yes, that is right. It is a beginning only. That is beginning. So many people stop there. They do not, I am God, you are in yourself, within your body, you do not have to search out. Yes, that is beginning only. You are a soul, not the eyes, not the, if I say I am not the hand, not the legs, not the tummy, not the head. Who are you then? I'm a spirit soul. People do not say that. Everyone say, this is my body, my house, but who are you? So that is many people, they do not have clue for who am I. They do not question themselves. That is the modaha, the foolish people. Many of the 99% of Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid jatati siddhaye yadamapi siddhanam kaschin mam veti tatpataha. Out of so many millions, very few people will come. Very few, out of few people, very few realizes Krishna as he is. Tatpataha. Scientifically, he experiences and realizes that. So these are the differences. So that is, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains Achincha Bheda Abheda Tattva. It is inconceivably one and same and the different. Same in the terms of the quality. We are the individual soul. Krishna is also supreme soul. In terms of quality, we are the same. Just like a gold particle, gold mine. Both are gold, but it is a minute. That is, but in terms of the quantity, Krishna is unlimited. We are infinitesimal. Infinitesimal, it is a very new word. It is very negligible. We are that much of particle. Though that much of particle, it is very, very powerful, but not as much as Krishna. So that individual soul, he can become a Brahma in this world by through austerities and penances. But he is always dependent on Krishna. Krishna is supreme personality, is pure spirit. And if anyone in the temples, yo vaiti bhautikam deham Krishnasya paramatmanaha, who understands that Krishna's body is material, then sa sarvasmat bahishkaryaha, such kind of people needs to be rejected from Shruti Smartha Vidanataha. Shruti Smartha Vidanataha, from all kinds of temple worship, speaking and doing pravachanas, they have to be rejected. Mukum tasya avalokyapi. Sachelam snanam acharet. If we see such kind of people, one has to take the bath immediately, along just with the cloth itself. That is, one should not associate with such kind of people. So what we understand, Krishna's body is the pure spirit. It is not made with bhumirapo nalovayu kammano buddhirevacha ahankariti me bhinna prakriti rastada. That the separated energy of bhinna prakriti means separated energy of the Lord. But Lord is with his internal potency. He is pure spirit. Krishna is pure spirit. We are minute. We are also spirit, but we are covered by the material body. So when we are engaging ourselves in the abhidheya, step by step of yogic process, the devotional service, then what happens? In due course of time, this material body is absorbed and the subtle body is absorbed, and we identify our real body. Yadarahitamatmanam bhutendriya gunasayehi swarupena mayopetam pasyan swarajyamruchyati. Swarupena, this is the original form of the spirit soul. I have got my body now in front of you. I'm wearing some kind of jumper. So, but if I take it out, you would see my original body without any clothes. That is original body. I can cover all these things, nice dress and anything else. But within that body also, the subtle body. If this body is taken out, material body, mind, intelligence, and ego is there. That is subtle body. So once a person dies, he doesn't lose his mind, intelligence, and ego immediately. He has got a subtle body, and the soul carries mind, intelligence, and ego into a different body according to the consciousness. But when the soul, the consciousness is Krishna consciousness, he understands that even he is not mind, intelligent, he is not material mind, not material intelligence, not material ego. He belongs to the spiritual world because he has been hearing about Krishna and Vaikuntha Loka all the time. That is Vaikuntha Leela Abhidhanam Samadhanam Tadatmanaha. Knowing and always hearing about the Vaikuntha, this is called Samadhi. And this Samadhi is available who is engaged in the devotional service. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekehe kurunandana, who is cultivating in the spiritual life. Ekehe kurunandana, with single point of objective. For them it is possible. But Bhogeshwari Prasaktanam Tayapahruta Chetasam. And for them, whoever is enjoying the material enjoyments, eating, going, and doing all kinds of sense enjoyments, for them, Samadau na vidiyate. For them, it is not possible to attain the highest perfection of human life. Because they're krupanaha, misers, they're enjoying the senses. Senses are to be controlled. The body is called Navadvarapuri, the 9 gates of the body. We have to close them gradually or materially. Just like a turtle, comparison with the turtle, when turtle is in danger, it has got legs and hand, back legs, front legs, and a tail and the head. Whenever it feels the danger, it takes away all his bodily limbs inside the shell. Likewise, whenever a person who is in the spiritual progress, when he is entering into the material or society, he has to take his senses back. He cannot expose to the sense gratification. That is the yogi does. But ordinary people, immediately as soon as they see nice palatable dishes, he wanted to eat. Nice beauty, he wanted to enjoy. That is the misers. Krupanaha palahetavaha. They wanted to enjoy. They cannot get this spiritual realization. One has to control the senses. I am not this body. I am not meant for sense gratification. There is higher purpose. There is higher taste than this. One who understands that. Is it required for me to do this one, or it is optional? Always question oneself. So these are the steps of yogic process, abhideya. Then we can get ultimate objective, Krishna. So we are a soul. It is only beginning. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare.
I just want to add few points for Justin Prabhu's question.
Yes, Mother, please.
This is the exact verse, like it's mentioned, Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan. So Justin Prabhu said that he's meeting several peoples and then saying the seekers has the answer within themselves. But we need to see what type of people they are, and then their level of understanding may be different from the understanding of other persons. It's not going to be the same. Some people likes, okay, me and everything is one, like impersonal. The first one, the Brahman and Paramatma feature is actually the impersonal feature. In that Brahman feature, we can only expect the eternity, but not the. So suppose if you are liberated and then you are going and how can integrate with the Brahma Jyoti, there's nothing to do with that. The soul remains like that, but the soul is always active. It wants to serve Krishna. So they come back again, even though it is a kind of partial liberation, I can say. Like even though they go to the Brahma Jyoti, they come back because they are not satisfied. And then I heard several devotees, senior devotees were saying, and as well as many Maharajas were also saying that Prabhupada says that they are not static over there. That's why the many of the people who are in the Brahmajyoti platform, they come back and started to serve, like they engage in the services like giving the charity and all those things. But in the case of Bhagavan, it has all the three aspects like eternity, knowledge, and the bliss. So the bliss potency is found only in Bhagavan feature. So the knowledge and eternity is found in Paramatma, but the bliss potency is found in Bhagavan. Bhagavan has all the three potencies: knowledge and eternity and the bliss potency. So that is the highest platform. So if we seek the highest platform, and we will be always satisfied, we don't have to come back or anything, right? Like we are fully satisfied. So if we serve Krishna more and more, like if in the process of bhakti yoga, when we take up the chanting and do more devotional service among with the devotees, and then as we progress in the spiritual bhakti yoga, the the part gets cleansed, purified, and then our real swarupa will be revealed. That's how it goes. So that's why the people are saying the seeker has everything within himself. But we have to think in one angle that how long we are like meditating. Okay, we can get the answers, some answers, but not all the answers. And this lifetime is very small. It's only 100 years average, let's see, but nowadays it's still decreased to 60, 70 and all this. To understand God is not an easy thing. Like we cannot seek by ourselves and try to understand. It's become very difficult in the process. Later on, we get frustrated, and then you might not end up in getting the proper path, like actually a seeker is a very good position, I would say. Like as he seeks, then he will come to one particular path and he feels satisfied of that path. Okay, yes, this is my path, I wanted to follow this path. Then he starts to follow. That's a very good position as well. So here Prabhupada has given many things for us, like spiritual seekers, if they read literatures and then discuss with the devotees, they will grasp the things very fast. Okay, yes, I'm getting the things. Yeah, this is what I want. I wanted to progress in this way. So it works like that most of the time. Even my Guru Maharaj was also a spiritual seeker initially, and then he went to Middle East, and then he went to Europe, Middle East, and then he met with the Buddhist monks, and then Himalayas. So many yogis were there, and then finally he met Prabhupada, and then he was so attracted, and then he surrendered himself to Prabhupada, and till now he is doing service for Prabhupada and Lord Shri Krishna. So this is how it comes. Like in the case of Brahman and Paramatman realization, it's quite very difficult. They are trying by themselves to understand God, which is a very hard process as well. So if you go through the Bhagavad Gita, the 12 chapters and many other chapters, even in initial chapters, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, it is given clearly, like how Jnanis were used to perform, how Gyanis were used to perform their process, and all this is they have to sit on the kushagras, and then lot of time they have to meditate and understand the God within their heart. So here Prabhupada is given nice Bhagavad Gita for all of us, so which makes the life easier, and within the short lifespan we can understand and progress towards our spiritual journey, and finally we can reach the absolute truth, who is Krishna, who has a personal form. So this is what I would like to add. Already Anil Prabhu has added so many things. I'm sorry, it's my understanding, and then I have added a bit. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully explained. So it's a kind of, we are as a citizen of this country. For example, if you are entering into the country without any visa kind of thing, still we can come somewhere other and hide. But there is no identity, formal identity. It is kind of a impersonal Brahman. And we come here formally and enter into the country. We have got identity, participate in the elections. That way, This is called citizens of the Vaikuntha planets, citizens of the spiritual planets. That is devotees. And if he is further more engaging in the devotional service, he can directly go into the work in the king's palace, directly serving the king. Likewise, in the spiritual planets, he directly go and serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly. So that way we understand this impersonal Paramatma or Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. It's a kind of easy analogy.
Yes, we can have a personal relationship with Krishna. You can serve Krishna in any of the relationship. Like you can become a mother for Krishna, or you can become a friend of Krishna, or you can become the servant of Krishna, and then you can become a lover of Krishna. So there are so many opportunity to serve Krishna, and then the soul will be so satisfied with that, then he never comes back again to this material world. He stays permanently there. That's what the here in Hare Krishna is. That's why we say this is the topmost spiritual path. Like Bhakti Yoga is the topmost. Yeah, and Krishna consciousness is the topmost one. Yeah, but
Can I?
of
Yeah.
course we can keep Krishna as center, and we can do the yogas so that it can help your body and mind to fix as well. So priority when we has to be given for the bhakti process, but we can include the jnanas and the yogic process to reach Krishna. Ultimately, all of them are trying to reach Krishna. These are the steps we can include in our life, but always have to be in consciousness of Krishna, not the impersonal feature. That's what that's what is my understanding. Yeah. And Prabhu, you were asking Justin Prabhu or something?
Hi, no, sorry, I'm at work, so I get pulled away every now and then. So I couldn't listen to everything. So I'm just listening to bits here and there, I'm afraid. No, I just want like trying to understand. Okay, you're saying it's the highest form. It's difficult to explain, but I guess by praying and doing japa and doing all of these ritualistic things, and the following the principles that have been given to us by various gurus such as Prabhupada, etc. And I'm being very respectful. Don't want to disrespect anything, because I'm still a student. I'm still trying to understand because I'm new on this path. Is are we giving away our power by continually looking outside of us? And how do we know that we're progressing? Because from my own limited experience on this Krishna consciousness journey in the last year, 2 years, I could say the moments that I felt the closest towards Krishna is not when I'm reading spiritual texts or anything. It is purely when I'm doing japa, when I'm chanting, or when I step into the temple. These are the two moments that I really feel Krishna close to me. The other so many other things, ritualistic things, I don't feel those things. So do you understand my question? Does that make sense?
Yes, Prabhuji. So chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, so 16 rounds every day and following the 4 regulative principles and going to the temple, associating with the devotees, Madhyasna, Darshanas, Puja, Stuti, Abhivandanaihi, Bhuteshu Madbhavanaya, Satvena, Asangamena cha. So one has to disassociate. Whenever he is attracted to Krishna, he will automatically understands that he doesn't have interest in the materialistic people's lives. That is the one kind of a mark. One understand whether I'm progressing in the spiritual life or not, whether I'm having taste for the material things or taste for devotional service. So still we live our life, but do I have Krishna as a center in my home? Do I keep Krishna fixed? That is our question. And going to the temple, these are the steps and regulating Mahatam Bahumanena, and is respecting the spiritually advanced devotees like spiritual master, acharyas, Mahatam Bahumanena, Dinanam Anukampaya. And if there is a less experienced in the devotional service, we need to help them. And Maitriyacha Evatmatulyeshu, make friendship with the like-minded devotees. Maitriyacha is a friendship. Eva Atmatulyeshu, equivalent to our understandings. Yemen and Yemen, which are following the rules. And then this is having the devotees association is very, very crucial in the devotional service. If you are living away, then associate with material people, we get their consciousness into our life. We do not know what their process they follow. Their meat eaters, gambling, and illicit association with the women, intoxicating. So if you are associating, they will give all their association to us, we get bad qualities. Tato dussangam usrujya satsajjeta buddhiman santa eva chindanti manovyasanga muktibihi. One has to give up such kind of dussanga. It is association of the bad habits. Bad people or bad habits. Tato dussanga musrujya sattu sajjeta buddhiman. A intelligent person makes friendship with the devotees. He is called buddhiman. And then Santa Eva Chindanti Manovyasanga Muktibihi, and he will cut down all his mental speculations completely. And then he will take the devotional service. This is a real Buddhiman, intelligent person does. Otherwise, speaking to the material people, Prasanga Majjaram Pasham Atmanaha Kavayo Viduhu Saiva Sadhushukrito Mokshadwaram Apavritam. When we associate with the devotees, Mokshadwaram Apavritam, the door for the liberation, it is opened. Otherwise, if we are talking to the materialistic people, we are entangled for unnecessarily. It is not spiritual topics they engage. So, devotees association, Satam Prasangan Mama Veer Samvedo Bhavanti Hrutkarnaha Rasayana Kataha Tajjoshana Das Apargavatmani Shraddha Ratihi Bhakti Anukramishiti. Shraddha, the faith, and then Rati is the attachment, Bhakti, devotional service. They will come one after another when we are among the devotees. They do not come when we are associating materialistic people, going to the pubs, drinking, restaurants with materialistic people. Then we are in the material world. They do not get the taste of devotional service. It is kind of a honey in the jar. They see that, but because they have not tasted it, they do not know how the honey is, how the devotional service is. Those people who are engaging themselves in the service, they taste that it is a higher taste. It cannot, if I say this is honey is sweet, until you taste it, you do not know it. So likewise, it goes inside the journey within the heart and feeling that bliss, connecting with the Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu, Justin Prabhu, you are doing chanting, right? Like as we chant, our heart purifies. Like you might be knowing in your past how before chanting how you were, and then after chanting what differences you saw in your life. Like if you had some bad habits before, that would have been started to decrease. So you will see this type of progress in your life as you chant more and more. And also every person is having some inclination to something like some type of devotional service. Like there are 9 steps, but some of them will be inclined too much in the chanting, and then some of them are in the reading and shastras more and more, and then some of them only in the mind. So there are different steps. But the best one is actually the chanting, reading, associating with the devotees, And these are the things which we have to focus. And then going to the temple, and then going to the holy dham, like Vrindavan, and then Mayapur Dham, some Puri Dham. So these devotional service will help you more and more to connect with Krishna. So we can't experience Krishna 24 hours, but we are not in this at that level yet, because this is a process. It's a lifetime process. So we need to maintain like devotional service, and also the material things we have to balance. That's why Prabhupada has given like keep Krishna as center. Like don't expect the fruits from your prescribed duties, whatever duty you do, just surrender to Krishna. With that, it is that means we are not getting karma to ourselves, and whatever the duties you are doing is akarma, like they are free of karmas. If you surrender, if you are offering to Krishna. So these things has to be done regularly. And also you should chant. The chanting also will help you to cleanse more and more. And then you can associate with the devotees. Association is very, very important, as Anil Prabhu was mentioning, because you might not feel that Krishna directly like this. When you go for sleep, we have read so many things in the Bhagavad Gita right now, but that will be always in your mind and heart. It is actually, you might not realize now, like I'm not having contact with Krishna now, but these are the thing nourishes your heart. When you go for sleeping, in the sleep also you will remember Krishna and you might chant. That's the whole idea. Like I mean, we have to remember Krishna 24/7, every 24 hours, every 7 days. That's the principle. But these are the methods, like abhideya, the practices which we do, so that we can always remember Krishna every time. That's what I can say. But then you yourself also will get your answers from within as you get purified more and more. So yes, this is my path and this is my guru I have to take. You might be so much interested to particular guru. That means your heart is saying, yes, he is the perfect guru for me. He will guide me, and then you will surrender. So this is the process. It goes lifetime, with that small knowledge I'm explaining, trying to explain this one. Sorry about that. If your doubt is cleared, I'm happy.
No, thank you. It's I think these questions come up on everyone's journey at some point. Yeah. The thing that I have found is once I've gone into the text, they're not easy to understand. So they're not easy to understand for me. They're quite complex. So it's part of the journey. So I appreciate everything. I'm not going to take too much time up. I have many questions, but I think it's been helpful tonight. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhupada. So here, to learn about Sanskrit grammar, Prabhupada mentions in a letter to Pradyumna. Pradyumna is one of our senior most devotees and disciple of Srila Prabhupada. This is personal letter to him. One has to learn Sanskrit grammar for at least 12 years, then he becomes an expert grammarian. But Prabhupada mentions after things, if you're focusing on the Sanskrit, your time will be decreased. Lifespan is getting decreased already. So we do not focus much on the learning of the Sanskrit. We are focusing on you simply to understand Shastras, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, etc. and chant Hare Krishna mantra as much as possible. The thing is, if you give more stress on scholarly life, other devotees will try to imitate you. Already your wife has expressed such intention, and as soon as we try to be scholars, our devotional line will be slackened. So here in Krishna consciousness, we not focusing on the Sanskrit, we focus on the devotional life. That is very important. This is the letter we today in the morning after this japa session, we have read this letter. So just getting this one to now.
Yeah, Justin Prabhu can, yeah, we are not focusing on Sanskrit here, Prabhu. So you don't have to worry about that. Like you try to understand. Understanding is very, very important. Like who is Krishna, and then what is what is our relationship with Krishna. So these things are very, very important. And then you're chanting, you said you're chanting. So it's very good, actually. That's where everyone should get there. These chanting will help you to more connect with Krishna, and then you will know the relationship between you and Krishna personally. So it's good. Chanting is very good. That's the topmost, actually. Yeah. So at the same time, you need to associate with every devotees and to understand more and more about Krishna, and engage in devotional service. That's also important. Yeah, because chanting is one of the biggest struggle. I would say it's not so easy to fix our mind 24 hours and chant Hare Krishna mantra. So these things will assist in chanting, and then you will try to know yourself better and better, why you are here, what is your duty to be done here, and then what is your relationship with Krishna. All these things will be revealed to you once the anartha, that's the impurities from our heart, comes out. Get rid of that anarthas by chanting, then you will get your answers, basically. And also from external sources with the devotees association, also you will know. Both, it is like parallel, from within and also from outside, you will get your answers. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji. So here one statement of yattat sattva gunam swacham syantam bhagavataha padam yadahu vasudevakyam chittam tad mahadatmakam. So in the next verse, it is explained swachatvam avikaritvam syantatvam iti chetasah vrutibhihi lakshanam proktam yatapam prakritihi para. Here, after the manifestation of the Mahatattva, these features appear simultaneously. As water is in natural state before coming in contact with earth is clear, sweet, and unruffled. So the characteristics traits of pure consciousness are completely serenity, clarity, and freedom from distraction. This is our consciousness. When we are come in contact with material entanglement, it is contaminated. Okay, otherwise it is pure. That is Vasudeva Vakyam. Swachatvam Avikaritvam. This is pure consciousness. Okay, thank you so much, Prabhuji and Mataji, so for kindly adding good information. We are nearly 10 o'clock. It is so much of philosophy and good discussion. So now with all of you, so we shall continue this discussion. And then week after, so next week is Chaitanya Charitamrita. We also have got similar kind of philosophy, but that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the center. Okay, so if you are happy, we shall conclude and go to next Narasimha prayers. Can I request anyone who would like to do Narasimha prayers, please?
Hare Krishna, may
Yes, Mataji, please.
Namaste Narasimhaya Prahladaayine Hiranyakashipuruvakshaha Srilathankanakaranam यातो नरसिंहो यातो 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 नरसिंहो बहिर्नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो नरसिंहो मदेव शरणं प्रपदे तव करकमलवरे अद्भुतं शृङ्गार ललितं हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवद्वैता नटहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृता नटहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल जय श्री नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय
जय
प्रहलाद महाराज की जय
जय
जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय
जय
निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि
हरि
बोल
हरि बोल.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. It was wonderful discussion in my class. Very nice. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautiful Nasima praise. Thank you. And thank you, Supriya Gopi Mataji, and Sridhar Govindas Prabhuji, Prabhavati Mataji, and Justin Prabhuji. Thank you so much for your valuable association. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. We shall conclude now. And see you tomorrow morning for Japa session at 5:30 a.m. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय. Srila Prabhupada की जय.
Jai.
Hare Krishna consciousness all the devotees.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.